It was a long day of exploration, as if getting closer to the center of the earth. The burden of going deep into the world also dissipates. This group of cave explorers, there are seasoned veterans. There are also newbies who are eager to try. Entering New Mexico, Carlsbad caves deep in the Wawa Desert, an unexplored area. The smell of damp rocks fills the air, cold and ancient, like a hole. The cave itself is already waiting for their arrival. Every step echoes through the walls, pointed, absorbed by sharp stalactites and shimmering crystals. They are like frozen diamonds, decorated with a frozen top and stern, except for the occasional sound of boots rubbing against the rubble. The only sound, it's the echo of water dripping through the tunnel. A weird rhythm pulsation makes the silence around you even heavier. As they continue deeper into the cave, the natural landscape in front of you is breathtaking. The dim light of the headlamp reflects on countless rock formations, cast a ghostly shadow to create as if the cave itself had life. Peep into their deletions. It's a serenity, almost peaceful. It is only possible to feel it deep below the surface. Received silence, but this calm in a place like this is never temporary. Sometimes because something is waiting. Finally, they came to a cave that felt different. Regional spaces become cramped and crowded. The walls seem to fold slightly. Smooth and slippery surface, shining in the dim light. Everyone stops, looking at the passage ahead. There is a natural opening in the rock. It can barely accommodate one person to pass sideways. The walls of the passage are jagged. The edges are sharp and cold. This is the challenge every explorer secretly longs for. That's a decent slit. An old hand named Steve grinned. Who's on it's a challenge? It is indeed a skill, a test of stamina and even courage. It's the kind of challenge that makes your heart beat faster. The crowd stared at the opening. Assess his size. He is but a crack in the rock, but like the mouth of some huge beast. A novice Jenna came up. There is both excitement and nervousness on the face. Shortness of breath, staring harriedly at the passage. Let me try. He said, his tone trembled. But the smile on my face is unwavering. He was attracted by the thrill. Attracted by the unknown. Being picked on in the underworld. The idea of pushing one's limits inspires. The crowd watched him bow down. Hands on the rocks. Bend your legs awkwardly. Ready to drill into the channel. The air around him is icy cold. Heavy moisture. Make his skin drenched with sweat. He felt the walls of the cave closing in around him. It's as if I can feel the heartbeat of my body. As he went deeper and deeper into the slit, it was a challenge, but he thinks he can handle it. He's been down there before, through some narrow enough to drive most people crazy. But this time is different. This seam is more compact, more oppressive. It was as if the passage could sense his presence, respond to his every move. Jenna, keep going. The body slowly descends into the darkness. His shoulders rubbed against the cold stone wall. Not uncomfortable at first. It's a little bit exciting. He marches forward, thinking quickly in the brain. I can still hear my companions from the entrance. Voice. Although blocked by narrow stone walls, he's all alone, fully immersed in the cave. The light from the headlamp bounces off the wall. Leaves shadow. Every moment is like an illusion. But as he went deeper, things have changed. The channel could have barely passed. Now it's getting narrower. The delay pressed his chest more and more. His breathing began to quicken. It was just a mild discomfort at first, as if the cave was warning. The road ahead will be even more difficult. He tried to adjust his position, bypass a bend in the passage. But every twist, the closer the rock wall gets to his body, it felt like the whole cave was grabbing him. Can't move on. Can't look back. The air becomes heavier. more suffocating. He tried to twist his body forward, but every movement, the channel seems to contract further. Originally full of excitement, gradually transform into heavy and even dangerous emotions. His breathing became shallow and rapid. Every spit echoes in the passage, like a warning. He could feel the cold stone against his skin, bite his arm tightly, legs and chest. He tried to move forward, but by this time the passage had become a trap. The deeper, the tighter the pressure on the stone wall. The darkness is getting thicker. No way out. Jenna stopped. His heart was beating violently in his chest. He realized something was wrong. He can't move. Jenna's breathing quickened. Each inhalation becomes sharp and irregular. It is bound to press against his chest like an iron. Now it's not just the cramped space that makes him uneasy. It was the brutal fact that he was choked. He has always prided himself on being able to handle difficult situations, whether it's an extreme passage or a thrilling climb. Even the occasional panic can be dealt with, but this time is different. His body is stuck to the rock. The torso is twisted at an unnatural angle. The air seems to be getting thinner and thinner. Every second is more suffocating. Panic starts to rise, slow at first, like a climbing fog of restlessness. He tries to take a deep breath, strive to control your emotions, but the chest is tight like a drum surface, unable to expand. The air is too thick. The cave is too small. He could hear his own heartbeat. The sound echoed through the walls. He was in pain. Every twist reminds him. The nose of space, ribs stretched from compression, arms stuck to the side, gradually lose consciousness. Legs, it's paralyzed by being stuck at an angle that you can't move. Every muscle is protesting. His fingers scraped against the rough rock wall, trying to find a grip point, but the rock is smooth and unforgiving. Meaning seeps into the bone marrow through equipment. He tries to wiggle again, push forward, trying to escape. But the more you move the card, every time the body and the rock, the touch of the stone causes severe pain. He can't step back. Space is too small. Can't move forward. The passage is too narrow. His body was trapped in a twisted. Can't move his position. The breaths now become shallow gasps. Fear gradually condensed in the chest, transform into darker, something more primitive. He wanted to call out to his friends. Can't make a sound. Can only make barely audible whispers. The darkness around is like a solid. Suffocate him with silence. He closes his eyes, trying to calm down. But the panic inside came like a wave. Can't stop it at all. He has to get out of here. Must keep struggling. Legs burn from maintaining a distorted position for a long time. Arms hang by your side like death. He tries to move his shoulders again. Push the body deeper into the channel. And it got even worse. His hip got stuck on a rock protruding somewhere. No matter how much he twists, he can't break free. Time gets blurry like an elongated rubber band. Every second seems so long. The silence of the cave is oppressive, as suffocating as the pressure. He felt his body gradually collapsing. Muscles tremble with tension. But it didn't work. He was stuck. No way out. He stops moving. He can't take it anymore. Consciousness kicks in. Floating panic becomes fragile, transforms into a complete sense of helplessness. Is this the end? He could feel the tears welling up in his eyes, but didn't let them out. He was a caveman, a tenacity. With caveman, he won't give up. But the wall further oppresses him. The air is getting colder. His thoughts became confused. Darkness not only oppresses his body, also oppressed his mind. Cold stones against the skin. The bones are stuck in painful positions. Everything starts to blur. Beyond that slit, Captain Steve is taking the lead. His eyes were fixed on the narrow passage. An ominous feeling welled up in my stomach. It's been too long. What's wrong? He was bursting with adrenaline. Rush to the passage. Teammates follow. Chun-na, he cried. There was anxiety in his voice. Others quickened their pace, trying to get into that narrow gap. They must act soon. They started collaborating. Attempt to clear the rocks. Remove the hard part of the channel edge. Tension is in the air. Every second is related to time. Fighting the oppression of the cave. Finally, after what seemed like hours of hard work, a gap appears. The pale face emerged from the darkness. Team members work together. Pull him carefully. Little by little, the air seems to lighten. As he was drawn back into the light of the cave, tension is released. He gasped for air. Violent heaving of the chest. They did it. The relief was amazing, but only briefly. Those moments in the dark, the stifling silence, the oppression of rocks, it will forever remain in his memory. That's the end of today's video. See you next time. Please stay safe as usual.